Who are all these people? They're Jews. He's called Rabbi in the New Testament. Rabbeinu, our Rabbi. The people who followed him, scholars call now Judeo-Christians, Jews who believed in Jesus. Well, how did they believe in him? Well, we know about them from early church fathers that attacked them, like Origen, Irenaeus. Why did they attack these Judeo-Christians? Because they said they were heretics. They seemed to believe in Jesus, but they didn't really. Why? They were called Nazarenes. They were called Ebionites. Modern scholars call them Judeo-Christians. Who were these Nazarene Ebionites? They were the early Jewish followers of Jesus. Let's face it, Jesus was Jewish, his mom was Jewish, his brothers, his sisters, they were all Jewish. Now, what did these early followers believe about Jesus? Well, first of all, they kept the Sabbath like Jesus. They were circumcised like Jesus. You know, early Christians celebrated Circumcision Day, 8 days after Christmas, after the birth. So after a while, after the destruction of Jerusalem in the year 70, there was a rift between Jesus' Gentile followers and his Jewish followers. And his Jewish followers had nothing. They didn't have a country anymore. The Romans destroyed it. They didn't have a temple anymore. They didn't have a capital anymore. Jerusalem had been looted and burned to the ground. So they lost their power base. And what did they believe? Well, the church fathers tell us what they believe. They believe in Jesus as a Messiah, a human redeemer, but not a God, not part of the Trinity, and not, they didn't believe in virgin birth. They believed in other things than the later church. And the church called them heretics. So to unearth them suddenly is not necessarily what do you do with them? Let's say you find a Judeo-Christian cemetery. Do you celebrate them as Jews? Well, Jews don't accept them because they followed Jesus. And the Jews of the day, and to this day, did not accept Jesus as messiahship. But do you call them Christians? Well, the church fathers called them heretics because they did not accept the Trinity and so on. So they were a sect who believed certain things. So who wants to unearth them? Nobody. In a sense, they're like everybody's skeleton, literally, it's the skeleton in the closet, the skeleton in the tomb. Because you can't really call them Christians. What do? You give them a Christian burial ceremony when you unearth their bones? Or do you give them a Jewish one? So what's happened is that whenever something is found that seems to point to Judeo-Christians, everybody says it couldn't be. So they find ossuaries that say, "Woe, Jesus," on them. No, it's not talking about that Jesus. They find crosses. No, it's not crosses. It must be mason marks. Little marks that the stonemason made to just align the lid of a ossuary, of a bone box with the box itself. So whatever is found is just dismissed. It couldn't be.